Around 9 o'clock this morning, at least 100 teachers will be marching from the convention center downtown to the governor's office here in San Diego. Tell us what you plan to send, the message you plan to send with this march.
Enough is enough. We've been cut $12 billion in this current budget cycle. The move to suspend Prop 98 and cut another $3 billion, that moves it up to $15 billion. We are roughly 40% of the general fund, but the $12 billion cut is 60% of the deficit. They're cutting way more than their fair share, and what's happening is kids are getting hurt. We've lost 17,000 teachers to this point. Schools are cutting programs, they're cutting classes, arts and music are disappearing, class sizes are going up. The burden on teachers and on kids are awful. We've got roughly 10,000 delegates from around the country here at the NEA Representative Assembly, and all of the delegations have written postcards, and they're sending messages in support of California's students, in support of California families and teachers, that enough is enough. You can't solve a deficit of this magnitude with cuts only. There has got to be an increase in revenue, and just about everybody's starting to realize that.
Increase in revenue, you say basically we're going to need to raise some taxes and some fees in order to provide the quality of education that we need for our kids?
Instead of always cutting education and other vital services first, the governor needs to repeal the corporate tax break. Public education should not be the solution to any kind of deficit problem that we have in this state.
Budget. Don't cut kids. Fair budget. Don't cut kids.
Here at home, teachers from across San Diego County held a rally to deliver a message to the governor. They delivered 10,000 postcards to the governor's San Diego office to protest his proposal of cutting Prop 98, a voter-approved measure that funds education. They say if it gets the axe, 20,000 educators could lose their jobs.
Right now, California ranks 47th in the nation in spending. We can't take any more hits for our students in public schools.
Programs will be devastated. No more librarians, no more counselors, no more PE, art, music. All those programs will be eliminated.
Lawmakers say progress is being made, but it's still not clear how close they are to a compromise, or if they're even close to a compromise at all.
They are from all over California. Teachers, school bus drivers, cafeteria workers, secretaries, all with one message.
Save 98!
Proposition 98, the voter-approved measure, commits the state to spending 40% of its general fund on schools. When lawmakers started the new fiscal year last week without a budget compromise in place, the governor suggested suspending it.
If the governor were to suspend Proposition 98, you'll probably see massive teacher layoffs. An additional 20,000 teachers could lose their jobs by August 15th. Many schools may not be able to open their doors, increase class sizes.
We need to make sure that education is funded as fully as possible. I mean, this is our children in our homes. We don't sacrifice our children. We just don't do that.
The governor says all of the cuts are painful, but the state must look at every area to save money, and that includes education.
The bottom line is, when you don't have the money, it is ludicrous to promise the people, don't worry, we're going to go and keep paying for that when you don't have the money.
As far as where cuts could be made, I know, for example, with large corporations like oil companies, that's something where the governor needs to look.
Union members sent the governor 10,000 of these postcards. They read in part, while things in California are beautiful and sunny, things are not looking so bright for students and schools. In response to this morning's march, the governor would only say that all of the cuts are painful, but they must continue to look at every area, and that includes education. I just got off the phone with a spokesman for the governor's office, and he says if they can find other ways to save money, then Prop 98 will be saved. But as of right now, he says everything is on the table.
Con esta exigencia, maestros de todo el país llevaron su mensaje a la oficina del gobernador de California en San Diego.
Hemos cortado ya $20 billones en educación. De 40% del presupuesto que tenemos en educación en California, 60% se ha cortado. Si los cortes continúan, la educación va a ser casi suspendida.
Marcharon desde la sede de la Convención Nacional de Maestros para entregar 10,000 cartas en exigencia de un presupuesto justo y su rechazo a la eliminación de la propuesta 98, que desde hace 20 años garantiza casi el 70% del recurso para escuelas del Estado.
Es posiblemente que más que 20,000 maestros en agosto van a pedir trabajo.
Maestros como Lisette con una familia que mantener.
Recibí mi noticia de que no iba a tener trabajo. El 25 de julio me dijeron que sí iba a tener trabajo, firmé mi contrato y aquí en esta convención recibí la noticia que de nuevo no voy a tener trabajo. Entonces es un juego y ya estamos cansados de eso.
Maestros de todo el país reunidos en San Diego proponen aumentar el impuesto a empresas privadas y no sacrificar el futuro del Estado.
With teachers in town for the National Education Association Conference, the CTA took the opportunity to let everyone know that California in particular is in desperate times.
Somehow we've got to get more money for the kids and for education in the state.
Teachers are concerned with Governor Schwarzenegger's proposed changes to Proposition 98.
We need to show the governor and our legislators that children need to come first. I mean, they're our future. They're what's going to build California and build our economy.
To get their message across, to literally deliver it, about 100 members of the California Teachers Association marched from the downtown convention center, the 15 blocks, here to the State Building.
You need to rescind the tax breaks given to big business in the state of California. You need to start taxing the oil business in the state of California.
Most teachers we talked to said a tax increase may be the only solution to the problem, a problem that promises to get worse before it gets better. David Davis, KUSI News.